Hi, welcome to this video of challenges for the managers. This video will help you to understand the capabilities of IS to meet the organizational challenges and the challenges faced by the managers in order to meet the business challenges and how they address those by using a technology tool. At the end of this video, you will be able to analyze what information systems to build and their cost, and evaluate the level of capabilities that can be created using IS. So, we'll talk about a manager and their challenges. So, a manager essentially faces rapid changes and a wide array of issues to address each day in the office. And now he has to make a lot of decisions to address the future challenges coming their way. So, there is a position of Chief Information Officer in an organization who has a responsibility of deployment and maintenance of an information system which is working in the organization. Now, he has to take decisions related to that IS to meet the organizational goals. Now, what information system one organization has to build? That's a $1 million question. Therefore, a manager determines the needs to be addressed. He sits down with his employees and finds out what kind of needs they do have so that a solution could be sourced to address those needs. So now there are different types of information needs to be addressed, and for that reason you need to source a solution. So for example, if there is some purchasing decisions to be made from the vendors in the market, or maybe there could be an internal ES department needs to be done. So now need for an IS is determined by companies and organizational considerations, where the managers have to examine the existing culture, structure and infrastructure available so that they could source the best solution pertaining to the needs they have. Next important question is the expenditure. How much money an organization should spend on procuring an information system? Either they could buy it from the open market, or they could design a system within the house and then try to implement it. So the expenditure component comes in a big way in finding the best solution. So now the information about competitors who are the same size or in structure and budget will provide an indication how much money the organization should spend, because they are actually competing with the existing players into the market. Now, second important decision is to find out what benefit I am going to get out of the information system which I am planning to do it. The managers have to decide the worth of an IS vis-a-vis the ROI it is expected from that implementation. So that managers have to decide the extent of information system they would require, and it should support the entire team. It includes collecting data from and providing reports, and it should be available through the internet. So now if I am looking at from that perspective, I find that these are some of the very important critical issues which the managers have to clearly look at and identify. Now the managers have to decide against providing excessive capabilities that are not important and will not be used. Also, managers have to keep in mind the issue of scalability, because if you are getting into finding or implementing too many functionalities which will attract the cost, but then the requirement may not be that much serious. So therefore, always there has to be a striking balance between the requirement and your budgeting capacity. Now, outsourcing is very important a function which the organization has to find out they are capable of doing it. So now what happens, either you can source it from a vendor, or if you do not have that, or if you have having expertise to build it, you can create it of your own. But the same function if you can outsource it to somebody, you will find that your cost is coming down significantly. So outsourcing could be used as one of your capabilities. In this video, you learned that a manager who has to manage an organization's information system faces many challenges due to the rapid changes that the technology environment faces, as well as the myriad issues of a modern organization faces. CIO is an executive level job where the person takes decisions related to IS throughout the organization and partners with other executives to ensure that the organization's goals are met with the help of IS. IS serves many purposes and objectives, and the manager has to determine which need in the organization has to be addressed. Identifying and prioritizing that need is the first task before building an information system. In this video, you understood the IS capabilities to meet organizational challenges.